What's up everyone? It's me here, Megan the Makeup Artist. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I told you guys I wanted to go ahead and start putting up 2 videos a week. So I figured I would do a video on Tuesday because I already upload on Thursday. So I figured that would give me a nice little break in between to film, edit, do all of that. So for Tuesdays, I was thinking something like Tip Tuesday or Top 5 or Top 10 Tuesday. Tips and tricks, like Tricks Tuesday, I don't know, something like that. Leave me a comment down below what you would like to see on Tuesdays. I figured I would do something more along the lines of like makeup artist related, or, you know, just sitting down kind of like talking and chatting with you guys, things you need to know, you know, that kind of thing from your neighborhood friendly makeup artist. For today's first Tuesday, I'm gonna do the top 5 things that you either need to know or bring with you to your makeup bridal trial. So I figured we would start there because if you guys didn't know, I am a working makeup artist and weddings are like my bread and butter. Let's just put it that way. I do a ton of weddings. Weddings is like my thing. So I figured, why not? You know, these are the things that your makeup artist would like for you to know. And if I'm missing anything, I'm only doing the top 5. So these are the top 5 things that are most important to me as a makeup artist. So let's go ahead and get into it. I have everything right here on my phone. So let's go ahead and get into this. Got my little notes here. So what to bring or have with you at your makeup trial or things you need to know. Number 1 for me is pictures. I want you to have pictures, either send them to me, text me, email, give them to me somehow, what look you are going for, what you don't want, what you don't like, and just an idea. Because that's like the hardest thing as a makeup artist. If you are a bride, you kind of need an idea of what you want. Because, I mean, we can show up and do whatever we want, but that might not be what you want. So we don't want to make a waste or anything out of your bridal trial because you are paying money for me to be there. I'm taking my time to be there. So it's just easier if you have like a Pinterest board or something full of makeup looks that you know you like and that you're kind of striving for, and your makeup artist can go from there based on your face shape and say, you know, this is either going to work or it's not going to work, or this is what I suggest, something like that. But if you have some kind of photos, that makes our job so much easier, and it makes, you know, you feel more comfortable that we can give you what you want. Number 2 is questions. Please, please ask me your questions. I don't care if you think the question is dumb or you think you should know the answer to it and you feel stupid for asking me. There's no such thing as a stupid question. No such thing. I promise you. I would rather have you ask me your questions than hold them back and just eat them up, you know what I mean? And then just not feel comfortable with, you know, at the end of the day, I guess. I want you to ask me any and all questions or concerns that you might have. Anything, nothing is off limits. I'm there to also help you feel comfortable, and ask me your questions. I promise you it'll be okay. I promise. So coming in at number 3, I feel like this was totally fitting for number 3, but what you need to know for your bridal trial is to prep. So what that means is find your makeup artist ahead of time. You don't want to wait till last minute. Like me and most makeup artists, I feel like, recommend you doing your bridal trial at least 3 months before your wedding. At least. You don't want to wait till like the month of your wedding to have your bridal trial, because everybody's style is different. My style is different from the makeup artist next door, is different from the makeup artist down the street. And it could be different from your style, or it could be perfect for you. But you need to know that. You don't want to wait till the month of your wedding and then try to find a different makeup artist that kind of more suits your needs or fits your style, or you go to your makeup artist and you didn't like the trial, and then now you're trying to rush around to find a makeup artist, and a lot of us are really like booked out ahead of time. Like, I mean, it's July now. I've been booked out for September since like the beginning of the year. So if you wait till September to get a hold of me to do your bridal trial for your wedding in September, I'm probably not going to have your day available, and then you're going to have to try and scrabble and search for somebody else. I wouldn't wait till the last minute. That's like the biggest thing to take away from this right here. Because like I said, I've been booked out all of September since the beginning of the year, and so you don't want to wait last minute if you know that makeup is something that you want to do. Yeah, don't sleep on it. Tip number 4 is wedding details. So I need to know a lot of things. I need to know when your photographer is going to be there, when your hair artist is going to be there. I need to know what time you need to be around it if you're doing pictures before the wedding. So don't tell me like the ceremony starts at 5, so I need to be ready by then. But really, you're doing pictures at, 4:30. I need to know. I also need to know like how many people you are thinking might want makeup, because then I can allot that amount of time rather than having to add people on later. So that's a big thing too for me personally, because I've had that happen to where they were like the week of, they were like, hey, so and so decided that they wanted to get their makeup done too, and so do you have time for that? And I'm like, no, I don't, because I'm not doing just one wedding a day. Typically I'm usually doing at least like 2 weddings a day. So if you're the first wedding that day, I can maybe come earlier, but then that kind of throws off everything for the rest of the day. Or say you're in my second half of the day, I'm usually leaving from one wedding to go to your wedding, and I've only allowed enough time for me to get there, but also grab food, and allow time for like traffic if there's traffic backup. So I really only allow enough time for that, not enough time to fit in another face. So that's also very important too. Last but not least, number 5, and this is a little awkward to talk about, but it needs to be talked about. So I'm just going to say it because I'm an honest person. So, number 5, tips and money. Again, it's a little awkward to talk about, but I feel like everybody needs to know that if you're doing makeup, you are technically a service, and a lot of people don't know that you're supposed to tip a service. So like you tip your waitress, I mean, granted, they're only making like $2 and something an hour last I knew. So they're really like trying to work and live off those tips. But a service is the same thing. So like your hair people, your photographer, your makeup lady, anybody that is working for you on your wedding day is a service. So we all are working for those tips too. So that's one thing that I feel like not a lot of people need to know, and it's a little awkward to talk about, but it is what it is. And also, I feel like, I'm also a makeup artist that's going to let you know, like I require a deposit the day that you want to book with me to save your date, which I feel like a lot of makeup artists are that way, that you need to put down a deposit. So not everybody is like me though, and not very straightforward, and is like, okay, so this is how much you're gonna owe on the day of, and I prefer my money either in cash, card, PayPal me, whatever. So I let my brides know that. So yeah, so then when I show up the day of, you should already know exactly how much money is owed and so forth. I usually make sure my brides know when they book, they put down a deposit, this is how much you owe on the day of, and then I'll also make sure to check back in with them the week of the wedding, or like I would actually say like a week or 2 before the wedding. That is it for that. All right, you guys, thank you so much for sitting here and chatting with me and figuring out some things from your makeup artist's point of view for for your bridal trial and, you know, all of that kind of stuff and things that you need to know as a bride. I appreciate you guys sitting here and chatting with me. Thank you so much. And if you want to see more videos like this, or if you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and welcome to the family. I love you guys all very much, and thank you for all of your support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Much love.